Well, Hollywood Gaming strikes again. If you haven't been aware, Elevate.gg has officially been disqualified from the 2025 Brawl Stars World Finals. Following all their drama with them first dropping their roster, and then the whole Epic situation, it has now been announced that Elevate is just straight up disqualified from Worlds. The news is so big that even Spen made a video on it. And in his video, he did shout me out, so I just wanted to say thank you to him. But anyways, Spen actually covered quite a big amount of information, so let me just cover some other niche topics. But first, I have to give you guys a brief explanation on why Elevate received the ban hammer. And well, it's quite controversial to say the least. So if you have absolutely no idea on what happened, I recommend you to check out this video first, where I basically went through the entire Elevate drama beforehand. But anyways, if you are employed and touches grass, then let me just give you a quick explanation. Basically, one of Elevate's member named Evix was constantly skipping scrims and showed zero commitment to the team, starting conflicts with members due to his laziness and his lack of commitment to the organization. And for us, we might think this is outrageous, but these guys play this game for their livings. But yeah, they basically brought their entire argument on the internet for everyone to see, resulting in Evix being kicked from Elevate. And we all thought that's where the story ends, as Patchy will be subbing him in the World Finals. But then just yesterday, Brawl Stars have announced that Elevate has been disqualified. Elevate has been disqualified due to this rule in Supercell's TOS, stating that once a team qualifies for a spot in an offline tournament, their rosters will be locked, meaning that no players can be dropped or added unless consented by the tournament administration team. And to be honest, this rule is quite vague to say the least, and Vegeta did reply to this rule set, which I'll go over later on in the video. At this moment, you just have to understand that since Evix was dropped, Elevate has won against Supercell's TOS and is now disqualified from the World Finals. And with Elevate being disqualified, a chain of butterfly reactions— wait, that's not the saying, right? I mean, a chain of butterfly effects has now been created. To be honest, I don't even know if that's how you use the phrase, but it sounds cool. Anyways, since Elevate was the second seed in North America, this means that their World Final slot was given to 4th place Stamina. So I guess Juan Carlos gets an easy ticket to the World Finals now. First off, congrats to him, and I'm expecting some insane kid plays. Stamina aside, this also means that 5th place Team Electros will now be going to LCQs. And although I feel bad for Elevate's member, I'm still happy that Aslivy gets a shot to prove himself in the postseason. I feel like Aslivy was always an underrated player, and his dynamics with Rafiki and Bilal is entertaining to watch. And this team might be a big underdog going into LCQs, so keep an eye out on them as well. However, if you follow my news, Aslivy was recently announced to be a substitute for Upcore Esports. Since Yash had problems with his visa, Aslivy was gonna help the team out. But now he's gonna be playing for Team Electros, meaning that Upcore has to find yet another sub. Of course, I will hope for Yash to go to Brazil, as they fought all year for this opportunity. But yeah, if his visa issues remains unfixed, then maybe Zulan could go and sub for him. I don't know. Anyways, now let's dive deeper into the situation, as Vegeta has sent this long essay out. And boy, do we have a lot to cover. He first starts the essay with a strong accusation, stating that the Brawl Stars admins try to silence them and allow Evix to manipulate them. This is actually straight out of Death Note. First off, he accuses Evix of lying on Twitter, regarding his claim that Elevate tried to drop him so that everyone gets a larger pay cut. And in my old video, I basically already covered this part, but basically both Vegeta and Diego negotiated with Evix, saying that they're both willing to give Evix a part of their own prize money. Despite that, Evix rejected their offer, and I think Lotus pointed out a great point here, saying that in Evix's perspective, the org and everyone had snaked on him, and now no matter what they say, Evix wouldn't care, to be honest. Then he also accuses that Evix has photoshopped fake conversations between Patchy and Vegeta. And I also did cover this in my previous video, but yeah, these conversations are obviously fake, and he also used the wrong account while replying to Vegeta. This might be a top 10 blunder of all time. Then Reverse also admitted that he tried to help Evix out of loyalty. Now this was huge, as Reverse was actually Evix's biggest supporter. Now seeing that even Mr. Mental Coach disagrees with Evix was massive news. Vegeta then accuses the tournament admins, saying that they did not investigate the case deep enough, instead siding with Evix and leading to Elevate being disqualified. And after that, he exposed more proof of Evix skipping scrims and being unserious in monthly finals. Here we could see that Evix only promised to scrim for 30 minutes, so that's like the equivalent of 3 sets of Brawl Stars. To anyone who plays this game as a job, 30 minutes is simply not enough. Then, if you remember from last video, Evix actually accused the team of not telling him the scrimming schedule. But here, there's more proof of Evic skipping scrims and leading to the entire team needing to reschedule it. And Reverse even admitted that he was playing for Evics in scrims while Evics went to brush his teeth. Like, I could understand anything before this, but this was just hilarious to be honest. It can't get funnier than this, but Reverse also said that he's giving up on defending on Evics. And Evics basically lost his only supporter in the situation. But then he was also caught rage quitting in Matcherinos, which of course showed zero sportsmanship whatsoever. After that, there was some more arguments on prize money shares amongst the team, as Evics was a minor and couldn't sign a contract. However, Vegeta accused him of not signing the contract so that he could leave the org without consequences. But Vegeta did provide multiple screenshots of Evics complaining about money. But basically, Vegeta and the others have ensured that Evics would receive his pay cut no matter what. But I guess Evics still chose to leave the team, so Elevate goes against the rules of roster locks. But anyways, there's more screenshots of Evics calling the August monthly finals unserious. Due to the lead-in points, Elevate was already qualified to Worlds in July. And I guess Evics just didn't want to play despite them still being prize money for grabs. Then he also dropped out of scrims entirely, and this whole case is just ridiculous to be honest. Finally, Vegeta called out the admins, saying that they were biased to Evics and they also neglected requests from himself, Patchy, and Elevate. And I guess Patchy asked about the roster lock situation, which was never answered. The admin team took weeks to respond, but ended up deciding that Elevate will be disqualified. And the admin team said that they were being in extensive contact, but what Vegeta is saying is the exact opposite. And these are big accusations being thrown here. He demands that the tournament admins to reinstate Elevate back to World Finals, and also write a formal apology to Elevate and its members. Wrapping this video up, I just want to say that no matter who you support in the case, we should all feel bad for Diego Gamer, dodging any drama despite the team crumbling from the inside. He tried to help both parties in attempts of saving a dying team. And don't forget that he has been grinding and scrimming for the entire year. And I just really hope Diego good luck in, the coming months and also the coming years. But yes, subscribe to the channel for more updates and, drop a like below as well.